Algebra 2, worksheet 25.2, on the back, number 17, we're asked to write the inverse equation for this relation. One thing I'm going to change about this to make it a little bit easier is we see these fractions, people freak out, fractions. Don't worry, we're gonna make that fraction work for us. So instead of seeing it as 1/3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this x minus 5, and I'm going to put that over the 3. It means the same thing, because really what I did is just put over 1, I'm multiplying straight across. This 1/3 is the same as taking x minus 5 divided by 3. The plus 6 didn't change. Now with the inverse, we're going one of the ways to do this is we could imagine if we plug a number in x, we're thinking about order of operations. What happens first and second and last? If I plug a number in here, the very first thing that's going to happen is you're going to subtract 5. So I'm going to write down subtract 5. And then, now this is easier to deal with instead of doing the fraction. Now I'm going to divide by 3. Then the very last step is adding 6. So subtract 5, divide by 3, adding 6. With the inverse, remember, we're going to switch this order and do the opposite. So this adding 6 then switches and becomes subtracting 6, and abbreviate subtracting. Instead of dividing by 3, now this becomes multiplying by 3. Instead of subtracting 5, now it becomes adding 5. The equation then comes from the y. Y doesn't change. Now it's a matter of taking x and doing all this stuff to x. Subtracting 6, that's the very first thing that has to happen. So I'm going to put this x minus 6 in parentheses. I want to make sure that happens before anything else. And then times 3 to show multiplication, I'm going to put that 3 in front. Adding 5, it just means I'm going to plus 5 on the end. And I can just leave it like that. There's my inverse equation, 3 times quantity x minus 6 plus 5, and I'm done.